Hey guys, Ray here, and I want to do a quick review of ImageX. Now, if you haven't seen this yet, ImageX is kind of like having Photoshop on your web browser. Now, in some ways, it's actually better than Photoshop because unlike Photoshop, you have a ton of templates that you can actually choose from. And of course, it costs a fraction of the price of Photoshop at less than $20. So you can see here, this is our dashboard, which has graphics that we've played around with here. On the left-hand side, you've got all of your templates. And up above here, you can either upload an image or you can create a new photo or album here. So we're going to start off by using one of the templates. Now you can see they've got Facebook covers, headers, logos, miscellaneous, feature boxes, testimonial boxes, stamps, characters, buttons, Tumblr covers and graphics, YouTube thumbnails and covers, Facebook newsfeed covers, Twitter covers, Google Plus covers, flyers, graphical headlines, blog headers, product boxes, email header graphics, banner templates, viral quotes, gift card templates, postcard templates, pricing tables, business cards, vector stamps, and multi-purpose video products there. So all of that is inside of here. So all you have to do to create a new graphic is come in and choose one that you like. So for instance, if we chose headers, you'll see there's a bunch of different headers in here. You've also got logos inside of the headers area here, okay? And so all we have to do is choose the one we want. So in this case, I'm going to choose a headline, a Facebook cover. And we'll just choose this one right here. And you can preview it over here by clicking the eyeball. And this is what the final graphic looks like right now before it's edited. You can also share it. You can also add it to your favorites. And of course, open in the editor. So we're going to open it in the editor. Okay, so now you can see our graphic has opened up in the editing area. And if we want, we can zoom in just like so. And this works very much like Photoshop would work. All we have to do to make any changes is come in here and choose a layer, and we can move it around. In this case, a light blue box that's over the background image. Now you'll notice here that one cool Photoshop-like feature is the fact that you have layers. And not just layers, but we actually have a layer palette. And you can see here's the layer that we just chose. We can turn it on and off. Okay, I know it's probably a little bit tough to see, but if we choose this green one, and we come over to the green layer. Let's find that layer in here. There it is. We can turn it off. Okay. Now you've got these lovely text layers here. We can actually come in and we can change these around. We can change fonts just as easy as clicking on a font there. Okay. So if you find one that we like, for instance, a permanent marker, there we go. And now we can come in and we can actually change this to say something else. So instead of luxury estates, we could say high-end estates. Okay. If we think that's a little bit too small, we can come over to the box here and we can change the size. We can move this around freehand just like so. We can also change the color if we want to. So if we didn't want it to be white and we wanted it to be red, we could do that. Or light blue. I'm going to stick with kind of a white color here. We can also add a background if we wanted to, just like so. We can turn that off. We can add an outline, just like this. And we can change the color of that outline if we want. And we can change the width of that outline by simply coming in here and making that bigger. Obviously, it's a very small text, so it's going to very quickly overtake the text. We can also change the line height here as well. I'm going to turn that outline off. And then once we have the graphic just like we want it, all we have to do is hit save. And then hit save for the entire image. And once that saves, we can actually download it, or we can hit done. We can also share it out. Okay, so if we wanted to download this, we would just hit download, and there it goes. Very, very easy to use there. So now what I want to do is I want to show you how the layers work in a much simpler graphic so that it's easier to follow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to our dashboard, and this time I'm going to hit New, Photo, and hit Create. And so now we can create something from scratch, and this will allow us to show you some of the tools more easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the left-hand side, and you can see that we've got the basics, which allow you to crop, rotate, resize, round, color, and merge layers. And then you've got your text tools, which we saw a moment ago when we were in the text area. We've also got drawing tools. We've got filters. We've got shapes, starters, and of course our own uploads here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with some shapes, and I'm going to create a circle. I'm I'm going to resize this circle up here. And I'm going to change the color of the circle to a red. Okay. And then I'm going to create a triangle. And I'm going to make the triangle nice and big so that it kind of sits on top of the circle here. And this way I can kind of show you the way the layers work. So if I click on the triangle, you can see here it says triangle. If I click on the circle, it's going to say circle. And the circle is behind the triangle. So if I reorder these by dragging the circle like so, now the circle is on top of the triangle. And of course, vice versa, we can switch that back. Now, if we were to add a third thing onto here, like for instance, a rectangle, we'll resize the rectangle. And we'll recolor the rectangle to a blue. Now we've got these 3 different layers, and of course we can move in between them just like so. So it's very easy to work with layers in that regard, and that's why I wanted to share that with you so you kind of understood the way that layers work. They kind of literally sit on top of each other. Inside the layers, or inside the shapes areas, so for instance with the triangle, the circle, and the square, you can actually make other changes too. So we can add gradients as our background instead of the solid color. Okay, just like so. Which is very cool. We can also come in and choose an image and put an image over it as well. And you can see it's kind of just got a textured look to it there. So all very cool stuff that we can do with our shapes here. Okay, you can also add borders to the shape as well if we want. You can see it's got this border here. We can change the color of the border. So there's just a lot of really cool options for things that you can do with your graphic. Okay, and that's the basics of that. Now, of course, we did show you that there are things in here called starters. This gives you a whole bunch of graphics that you can actually bring in and start using. So that you can see here, start off here, we got doodles, you got transportation, we got stars, we've got bubbles. Okay, we come down here, we've got landmarks. So all these different cool little landmarks. We've got beaches, animals, and even clouds. So if we wanted to add a cloud, you can see just like so. And it's got that nice transparency behind there. So you can see we kind of made something interesting here. Not very useful, but kind of interesting. And we did it in just a couple of steps using the things that are built into this particular program. Now, once we're done with this, again, we can save this out just like we did before. And we can download it. And we can hit done. Now, if we come back to our home here, there's some other things that we can do in here, and I wanted to take a look at a few of the things that they have. So for instance, pricing tables. This allows you to create a nice pricing table for your website. Okay, very, very good thing to have in there. Postcard templates are exactly that. So you can create postcards, gift cards. Again, create gift cards for clients. See a nice gift card that's able to be printed out for them. Okay, we've got the things like YouTube thumbnails. This is something obviously most of you are probably going to be very interested in, is being able to create these nice thumbnails for your videos. So very cool stuff there. Very easy to use, just like the other stuff. Again, they've got YouTube covers, Facebook newsfeed covers, and then down here, we've got, let me scroll down here, the multi-purpose video stuff. So for instance, right here, we got a lower third that we can create, breaking news, James Thomas. Okay, so they've got those built in here as well. So just a lot of really cool stuff ready to use. And, you know, again, logos. This is something you'll want to pay attention to because there's a ton of these templates in here to create your own logos. So if you're creating a product for somebody, you just need a quick logo. Boom, there you go. You can create that nice and easy. Just choose the one you want, make your changes. Miscellaneous. Okay. Under miscellaneous, you've got all of these lovely little graphics here. So for instance, just a little report sort of deal there that you can create. If we come into testimonial boxes, these are literally the boxes you would put on your website that show testimonials. Okay, very easy to do. Very nice looking stuff. Stamps, and they're kind of those nice little seals that you can add to your website. So in this case, like premium quality. So there's just a lot of really cool stuff in here. And again, you know, instead of spending hundreds of dollars on Photoshop, you can spend just $20, get all of this stuff in here that you can use to put on your websites, put on your videos, and just create some really, really cool graphics. So check it out, ImageX. Again, less than $20 for a product that can really make you into a graphic professional very simply and very easily. I think you're really going to like this. And one other thing that I wanted to show you in here is the buttons area. Now, this is something that a lot of people are always looking to create, are buttons for their website. And in here, you can do that very, very easily. Just some of the classic looking buttons, add to cart, okay, shopping with the credit cards underneath. Okay, so you can very easily create these nice buttons that are already set up and ready to go. And of course, you can create your own. You don't have to use what's in here. You can create some from scratch. You can take these and you can edit them to your heart's content, but you can make some very nice buttons very quickly and very easily right inside the program. So the big question is, who is ImageX for? Well, I think it's for a lot of different people. If you are a graphics professional, you've been using Photoshop for 15 years, this is probably not for you. You've got what you need already. However, if you're somebody that doesn't have Photoshop, doesn't have a ton of graphic design experience, or if you have Photoshop, but you're just not sure where to start with it, you need templates, you want to be able to do something quick and easy, this program is for you. Now me, I've been a graphic designer for a number of years. I've been using Photoshop since version, who knows, 4, I think. And I don't even know what version it technically is now, 13 or something like that. Well, the thing is, I would use this for creating buttons. I would use this for some of the templates for thumbnails and things. So even me, having a lot of graphic design experience with Photoshop, I would use this particular program. So I think it's something that is well worth it. And like I said, right now, $17.93. It may go up a little bit, but it's definitely going to be under $20 by the time that you're viewing this video. Well worth it at that price, especially considering all the templates, because just buying templates would usually cost more than this. And in this case, you can not only buy templates, but you can jump in and edit the templates right there inside the program on your web browser, no matter where you are. If you're used to using Photoshop, but you're on your laptop that doesn't have it, well, now you can create these graphics very easily. If you have no Photoshop experience, you can do this as well. So there you go. That's ImageX. As always, we've got a ton of bonuses that are going to go along with this that work with graphics. And the guys at ImageX have also given us a lot of great bonuses that you can use as well. So you're really going to get a lot out of this, especially for such a low price for a product that has all of these templates, is so easy to use, and can really make some great graphics and turn, like I said, anybody into a pro. So check out the bonuses. If you have any questions, let me know.